Hi, this is Jillian from Offshore Management Training, where you're gaining tips and tools to manage your team from a distance. Today, I want to talk to you about name pronunciations. Oh my goodness. So important. It's been said that the sweetest sound to anyone's ear is their name. So when you butcher a name, it's painful. And I have said it many times before, I will say it again. We don't have the same stuff that people who work in the same physical office with their teams have. So we can't get a cup of coffee. There's no water cooler chit chat. We're probably not even watching the same TV shows. There's not the same cultural references. So as offshore managers, we have to grab on to everything that we have in order to build a strong rapport with our team. And nothing can kill that faster than not knowing their name or not pronouncing it correctly. So I managed a team in India, many Indian names. Every once in a while, I'll get like a Paul or a David or an Anthony, which is helpful. I'm like, okay, I'll take it. But all the rest of them have very traditional Indian names that I find difficult to pronounce. And so what I've done is I just tell them, hey, I am struggling with the pronunciation of your name. Am I saying it right? And so in the beginning, when I had a team of three, there was one guy on my team in particular whose name I couldn't get it, and it became the running joke for our group. And I would say it, and I would butcher it, and then I would try to say it again, and then he would laugh, and I would laugh, and I was like, look, I am trying. Am I saying correctly? Am I saying correctly? The interesting thing is, now it's almost 3 years later, he is still on my team, and I pronounce his name differently than everyone in the India office. And I also pronounce his name differently than everyone in the US office. And so maybe about a year ago, I went up to him and I was like, look, people are pronouncing your name differently than how I'm saying it. I was like, this is how they're saying it. This is how I'm saying it. Am I saying it correctly? And so what he told me was, coming from my mouth, he preferred my pronunciation than the actual correct pronunciation. So I do, in fact, pronounce his name incorrectly, but it is sanctioned by him. There is an understanding. He's actually requested that, coming from me, he likes his name said in the incorrect way. So that is fine too, because there's a dialogue behind it, and there's a whole story behind it, and a back and forth, and a permission granting. But it's super, super easy to get the names wrong. I have to drill them. I have to write them out phonetically. I have to practice them over and over and over again. So it is a lot of legwork. I know you have things to do. You have like a business to run, or a team to run, or deliverables that you need to put out. And so it seems like spending time drilling a name over and over and over again might not be the best use of your time. Not true though. Because nothing says other, and nothing says this person doesn't know me, nothing says this person doesn't care about me more than getting their name wrong. And with each passing day that you mispronounce it, it just gets worse and worse and worse. And you don't know what they're saying to their coworkers when you're not around, which is probably the vast majority of the time. And so people get to make up their own stories about it. And then it could become this whole big thing like, oh, my manager doesn't even know my name. They don't care about me. It can translate into retention rates and attrition, all things that you do not want. So I can't stress this enough. Really put in the time and energy to get the names of your offshore team down. I know it's hard. I know it's difficult. I know it's tedious, but it is absolutely worth it in the long run. Once again, I'm Jillian from Offshore Management Training. Until next time, near or far, manage like a star.